and salutations, this is Johnny Mac, Rock and Metal Plus, and we've got another collection update for you. I did a metal collection update some time ago, and it was all vinyl records, so I thought I'd better do some other stuff, because I've got some CDs and some tapes. Yes, old school cassettes are back, children. So yeah, we'll start off with some tapes. First off, I've got a couple from Dry Cough Records, based in Manchester. First one being Fiend. Okay, so that's with it a nice little Dry Cough sticker, because we like stickers and stuff. The cassette itself, it's as you see, it's green, a nice skull on it and stuff, which is always cool. J case. There we go. Which is quite sweet. I said, band are called Fiend. Album's called Echoes from the Cistern. It's on Dry Cough. It's EP, I think. Yeah, only 3 tracks on it. Writhing in Stagnant Water, Pulsating Mass of Worms, and Echoes from the Cistern. Only 2 guys and a session drummer. So vocals and guitars and bass player, Sam and John. These guys are from Manchester, same as the record company, which is quite cool. This was released this year, I think. Yeah, a few notes. This is proper cavernous death doom, which is what I'm certainly moving towards these days. I like a bit of this. Yeah, all 3 tracks are absolutely stunning, great stuff. Can't fault it. If you like or sort of a Eternal Lot and a few other bands like that, then this is the band for you. Next up, we've got a band called Black Wound. This time we had a Black Wound sticker as well as a white Dry Cough one. I said, also from Dry Cough. This time we're purple. Same on both sides, and it in fact says play same on both sides. So this is Black Wound to the Endless Depths. It's really the J card, but it's very dark, to be honest, and it's got a purple skull on it, which sounds nice. That's the inside. So the tracks are sort of there-ish. I think this one's got a few more tracks. I think it's like 5 tracks, I think, something like that. 3 guys. These are very young kids, if I remember rightly. I think they're from Sweden. Cavernous again, fuzzy guitars, death doom. Yeah, this is excellent as well. Came out this year, 2021. They're only like, apparently they're teenagers. The drummer who did like the producing and various other stuff, he's like 17. Don't know what I was doing when I was 17, but I certainly wasn't doing that. I'm producing something of that quality. Excellent stuff. Next up, we've got some more death doom. Where did this one come from? Okay, so this is a band called Shezmu, not Shenmue, the Sega game. It came out on the Dreamcast, not Shenmue. Shezmu, and they're Canadian, but from the French part of Canada, or they speak French Canadian. I think this came out possibly 2020, I'm not sure, on a sticker from these as well. But this from the distro I got it from, which is the Pose Records. A few of these tapes I actually picked up thanks to Liam, the Death Doom Metalhead, who seems to not put me along with a lot of suggestions. This one's like their tape, different on both sides, which is quite sweet. I think there's only a few guys in this one as well. Yeah, 3 guys. Seems to be the way of these Death Doom bands. This is the same. This is, I think it's all in French, but you can't tell because it's Death Doom, so it's, you got the growls and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, excellent again. fully recommend it. I don't think these are going anywhere, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that's very good. Came out last year. Next up, this is just normal Doom. None of the Deth stuff, just proper Doom. And this is Bretus Magaria, I think it's called. And these are Italian. So this came out this year. It's nice, just a smoky cassette. Nothing special on the actual cassette itself. 4 guys from Italy. I have this was on Burning Coffin Records. I like the cover, it's very cool. I picked up last year a CD, which was it was released last year, but it's a remaster of their initial album or demo or whatever that came out, just called Bretus. As I said, they're Italian Doom. I think it came out, they started 2010, something like that, so they've gone for quite some time, still going. As I said, they're just Doom, and it's more, I would say, Candlemas type Doom, you know, traditional Doom, sort of still with your Black Sabbathy riffs, but you know, very heavy, very doomy, but not the fuzzy sound. The first song, which is Celebration of Gloom, it's got a flute solo on it. So what's not to like about that? An Italian band playing Doom with a flute solo. Nice. Yeah, love that. Bretus are great. I need to get some more of their stuff, but as I said, the first album was great. I've got a t-shirt as well. I got a t-shirt and we're doing a bundle t-shirt and CD, the first one. It's great. Right. Next up, well, as I said, all these I've bought in the last, well, possibly 6 to 8 months or whatever. This one I picked up, I actually ordered it. It was released end of last year, so December last year. Now this is When Better Spring Sleeps with Dungeon Metal. Now these, I think they're from Iowa in America. They're on Pagan Flames, and as I said, there's not a lot on the J card, to be honest, but it's glittery. It's a clear with glitter on it, which is quite sweet. This is basically, it's called Dungeon Metal, and it's essentially metal version of Dungeon Synth. So yeah, it's you know, it's got metal guitars in it and that sort of thing. I think the earlier stuff is more black metal, so that they've moved on from the black metal thing. They're now trying something different. So obviously there's lots of, okay, they were atmospheric black metal, but this is full of atmosphere. Lots of, you know, sort of not choirs as such, but more chanting monks, I guess, for the dungeony sound. But yeah, it's a great cover though. My t-shirt that. But yeah, these have got a new one that's just come out, I think end of September. I haven't managed to get hold of it yet, but fully recommend them. And I think the new one, this was recommended by, I got a recommendation from our friend Brain Smasher, from the vinyl community, who's obviously based in Iowa. I don't know if he still is, or he's just moved house. Anyway, but yeah, he actually does backing vocals, I think, on the new one, not on this one, but the new one has actually got the tracks, the 3 tracks off here are on the new CD of the new one. I think it's like, you know, 8 or 9 tracks, and they've added that as well, so it's well worth getting. Right, let's do some CDs. Next up, we're not talking any Doom at all, or Deth. This is pure old school heavy metal. I love that cover. This came with it. Look at that postcard. Great stuff. As I said, it's like a sort of 80s hardcore cover. The artwork on it and the design. But musically, this is just heavy metal. It reminds me a lot of the new wave British heavy metal stuff that was out there. This could fit in with Saxon, Iron Maiden, Motorhead from the early 80s, and I said, I don't know if you've heard me mention before, but the first album I bought was Metal from Others, the new wave British heavy metal compilation back in the early 80s, and if you told me this was on the second Metal from Others album between a couple of other bands, I would go, yeah, that's fair enough, I'm sure the track of this could fit in. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like proper early 80s heavy metal. Singer's got a more of a Lemmy sort of vocals. It's brilliant. I also got a sticker as well. I love me stickers, you know that. I'm a sucker for the sticker. Send a sticker with your stuff, I'll probably review it. Lyrics and photos, good stuff. Yeah, awesome. I said just classic heavy metal, and I love it. I've got the vinyl ordered, my vinyl version of it with the patch and stuff, so I'll be sure that when it turns up. Right, let's move on to some classic death metal. Start off with this, which is Minenfeld, I think they're called. I thought it was Minenfeld at first, but it's Minenfeld. German band. The Great Adventure. It's on Memento Mori. I think I saw Liam, Death Doom Metal, talking about this as well. He might have had the cassette, can't remember. But yeah, I said essentially, if you said what do you reckon the German version of Bolt Thrower would sound like, this is it. That's proper old school death metal. Yeah. In fact, if you look at their merch, some of the earlier t-shirts actually had a logo that was very much like the Bolt Thrower one, you know, with a diamond shape in the middle, and it says Minenfeld as opposed to Bolt Thrower. It looks very much the same. But yeah, so pure Bolt Thrower worship. 9 tracks, absolutely brilliant. Pounding drums, great Carl Willett style vocals. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. So if you like your Bolt Thrower, and talking Bolt Thrower, picked up the first Memoriam album because I didn't have it. Obviously, look at the stunning artwork by this. Dan Seagrave artwork at its best. Good stuff. As you probably know, or if you don't know, Memoriam is Carl Willett and Andy Whale, who were both in Bolt Thrower. Andy Whale was on the earlier drummers, I think, or the later drummer. Carl's been the vocals for all apart from one album. And this is their first stuff away from Bolt Thrower. I think it's got some from Benediction in as well. But yeah, this is the first album. If you saw my review of the latest album, the 4th album, I said they get better than better, so technically this should be the worst, but it's still better than most death metal out there. Got the track Memoriam on it as well. Excellent stuff. Oh, going back to this one, the Minenfeld one, it's all World War I related stuff. There's lots of like samples and stuff from original World War I stuff off the radio and all that sort of thing. There's a version of that in between the songs. Even got Pack Up Your Troubles, or yeah, is it that one? Long Way to Tipperary, that's it. Like off an old phonogram record player type thing. That's so yeah, both excellent stuff. What else we got? Oh, I bought a CD by Cannibal Corpse, because this is death metal, by the way, as if you don't know. I didn't have any on physical. I've got more, obviously 4 or 5 of them on MP3. Not all of them. I'm not a mega fan, but everybody knows Cannibal Corpse. Bleeding, I think it's their 4th studio album, and it's probably one of the best, really. It's it sounds great loud. It's got classics that I'm not going to read out the titles of because you probably know them all. Right, next up we're moving on to some thrash metal, and Canada's finest, not Canada, what am I on about? Switzerland's finest, Coroner. I think it's probably because they're originally on Noise Records. But yeah, so some more Canadian goodness here. The 2nd and 3rd Coroner albums, No More Colour, and which I think is the 3rd. Punishment for Decadence, which is 2nd. This is probably my favourite. As I said, I didn't have them on physical, and I wanted them. They're great, so I'll show you this one. It's these are the Century Media the issues, because Fame Track on it, Max Jackal. I said it's you know, I could have probably hunted down the originals, but they're like less than 10 quid each. So yeah, good stuff. Always great to have some in the collection. Talking of collection and original stuff, and Thrash, I picked up 4 Xentrix albums. So we got the first one, Shattered Existence. Second one, for Whose Advantage, which I see a lot of people are putting up on the vinyl community because there's been a re-release of this on vinyl, which is, I said I didn't have any at all on physical, so I wanted the first 2, but someone was selling a job lot of the first 4, so, well, not the first 4, but 4 of them. So I've also picked up Kin, which is very good, not as good as the first 2. It's very, that one sounds more Metallica, Master, Justice sort of thing, and Scourge, which I don't like as much. I just applies there. But first 2, Shattered Existence, and for Whose Advantage, awesome stuff, UK Thrash. Talking UK Thrash, this is a CD I had for a long time anyway, the wonderful Sabbat, History of Time to Come, so this isn't new, but I wanted the others, so I managed to get the expanded version of Dreamweaver, which is awesome, really cool. It's got some live tracks on it, which is sweet. And I got hold of the original version of Morning Is Broken, and it's crap. Some noise, as you can see. Yeah, it's basically it's still got Andy Sneap, but it's got Richie Desmond on vocals and a new bass player, and I just don't like it. As I said, this is obviously great, but yeah, third one not so great. As I just it's like Bolt Thrower without Carl Willits. It's the music's nearly as good, but you can't beat the vocals. So, you know, as I said, with Sabbat, it's just Martin Walkier. His voice just suited Sabbat. So, right, we've got a few more bits and bobs. Got some more talking of UK stuff. This is a CD version of the original Lawnmower Deth Metal Duck split. Now I've got the vinyl here, which is that's the Lawnmower Deth side, which is obviously stunning. Oh, some work in this Metal Duck, but that's just the original one. But this is the who brought it out? Boss Tunage brought it out, and it's got the 2 albums, because that's obviously a split from back in the day. Lawnmower Deth and Metal Duck came out around, as I said, same sort of time as Napalm and Extreme Noise Terror and all that sort of thing, so they were lumped into the hardcore, as it was called then. It wasn't, it was just all put as one, like one bucket. It was thrash and that sort of thing. Lawnmower Deth more thrash, Metal Duck were more crossover really. They had a lot more hardcore in them, but more so out of the 2 of them, I think Metal Duck were probably the ones that you thought would have done a lot better, but actually didn't. But there you go. Anyway, the Lawnmower Deth, great. I've seen them quite a few times live. I've got a t-shirt from back in the day with almost like a lawnmower, a bit like that, but it's like a white thing. Great. This has got some demos and live stuff and all that sort of thing as well, which is great. And also on same record label, Boss Tunage, I've got the Metal Duck album. Auto Ducko Destructo Mondo. Yeah, that rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? As you noticed, the artwork is all not on this necessarily, but the original Lawnmower Deth one, the split, is excellent, and I think if I remember rightly, it's how did the artwork? Oh shit! Say on it, plug on it. Yeah, it'll come to me. which I was going to put down in my notes. Oh, it's bloody Dan Seeger, isn't it? Yeah. Dan Seeger did the Lawnmower Deth stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, this is, I also picked up, as well as the first Metal Duck album, I already had ohhhh on vinyl, but I got the second Lawnmower Deth one. Like the bloody clowns, what's it called? Return of the Fabulous Metal Bozo Clown? I don't know, something like that, but as I said, it's yeah, it's not as good as ohhhh, it's okay. It's, yeah. But recommend the Lawnmower Duck one. This is really cool. This has got it's got the actual album from 1990, and it's got some demos and some live stuff live at Nottingham 1990. So yeah, it's all cool stuff. Yeah, I recommend trying to search out some Metal Duck if you've not heard them. I said the crossover stuff's great, really good. Right, now on to some black metal. Literally, Venom, black metal. Hey, yeah, I didn't have it, so picked it up. It's on Neat Records. It's got an extra piece. It's got extra tracks on it, and it's 12-inch versions of various things and demos. Right, back to actual black metal. Just a couple. Picked up, thanks to Lane Smasher, I've got myself into Dawn. I already had the actual albums that they brought out, but this is the demos, the Eternal Forest Apparition, and a promo from 93, demo from 92. So it's not been available. It was released, I think it's been remixed by Dan Swano, yeah, remastered by Don Swano at Unisound in 2013. I said they're just a awesome black metal band from back in the early 90s. This is Century Media remaster, and I don't even know it existed after listening to Brain Smasher's video he did about them, because they're one of his favourite black metal bands. That's awesome. They don't get enough thing. And also picked up Dark Requiems by Hecate Enthroned, the Welsh from excellent black metal band. I think this is the second full length, like in the late 90s. This is symphonic black metal. I said Allah, I don't know, I guess because they're from the UK, a bit like Cradle, I suppose. A lot of people try to compare them, they're not really the same. The first two are very black metal-y, the second off after that they ventured more almost death metal-y sounding black metal, but they always had the keyboard. So anyway, yeah, that's probably done me. I've probably been doing this for about 6 years, so don't forget to, if you still watch to the end, subscribe, like, do all the usual stuff, comment, that'd be cool. Next one I'm going to do a non-metal collection update, because I've got quite a few other bits and bobs that aren't metal, so I'll do that. You take care, and I'll see you later.